Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel for another fabulous little speed build. Today we're doing something a little bit less crazy for me because I feel like I owe it to most of everyone to do a little bit more of a limited pack build. When I first started my channel, I was really big into limited pack builds, probably because I was in, university and very poor and did not have all the packs. I still don't have all the packs, but that is more of a personal decision rather than a financial constraint, and that is because I find it to be absolutely insulting that there are so many random fucking packs, many of which I'm not interested in, and some of them are just downright insulting. I'm talking about Journey to Batuu. If you've been here before, you know how I feel about that fucking pack. Anyway, today I thought it would be really fun to do a limited pack build that is limited pack and limited budget. So I'm building a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom base game starter home, and then I also use Seasons, which ended up being really difficult because a lot of the items in Seasons are extremely expensive. Like they have this beautiful twin bed. It's my favorite in the entire game. If I was a little girl and I had a bed like this, I would be absolutely freaking out. So gorge. 1,600 simoleons. So unfortunately, we did ultimately end up having to leave it out, but I think the house ends up looking cute. We got some nice counters. There is a nicer TV. There's a computer, and then again, it's a 3-bed, 2-bath house. I did think about having it be a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom house because I just thought that would be like a little bit better. But all in all, the entire house cost 22,000 simoleons. That does not include the lot price. However, if you have 3 Sims, you'll automatically start with 26,000 simoleons, and I actually made this house for like a family of 4, assumingly, so you can sleep 4 Sims in here. 2 Sims in the double bed, and then there's a toddler's room and a children/teens room, depending on what you need. So you would actually end up with 28,000 simoleons, so that would be plenty to cover the lot price as well as the house on it. And I did that on purpose. Anytime I do a limited budget build, I know a lot of creators are like, oh, base game starter, and they'll make a 20,000 simoleon house, but in reality that's not true because now it's not a base game starter because it's not enough to have a single sim move into by themselves when you include the lot price. So just wanted to get that out of the way. So we really took advantage of debug. I left some of the landscaping in. I lost all the footage of the backyard, so that's like completely my bad. But I even left some of the floor plan in, mostly because I built this house based around the floor plan. Like a lot of the time what I'll do is I'll build a big box, and then the sides and the back are based more on the floor plan rather than the front. But I knew this was going to be a super simple house because I simply did not have the money to go too crazy. I really wish I could have put it on a foundation, but in the end I don't end up doing that. I end up doing a lot of wacky stuff, which includes like bouncing in between inside, outside. I'm in, the living room, and then I'm in the bathroom, and then I'm in the guest room. I just kept doing that because for me it was like the matter of staying on budget, but also making sure the house is not completely fucking ugly. But I think we achieve it. We fiddled around for a while though. It took an embarrassingly long time given the lack of like clutter and detail in this house because I just couldn't afford it, as well as the sheer size. I have built houses that are bigger and like more detailed, more cluttered in about the same time as it took to build this. Seriously. But I did have fun. I've never used that swatch on that rug we're using. That is the Seasons rug, and I was loving it. I thought it was beautiful. And I'm also quite impressed that I got 2 bedrooms, 2 baths in here, and I got a shower bath combo, which I could have just stuck with a bathtub. And I did think about it because we needed to have a bathtub in this house because there's space for a toddler. But I end up getting the combo. But this is about the time I decided to switch the color scheme. I was going for a really traditional look at first, but I just love the purple swatch on the Season sofa, and so I kind of went for the purple. And then I also decided the brick on the outside of the house was really expensive, so I switched it for a cheaper one. That's why, like, as you're running around this house, there's just like random like bits and pieces of furniture in certain rooms, or like it's all purple right now. The entire house is purple. It does not stay that way. The reason that is because I just wanted to make sure I had enough money for the entire house because nothing's worse than me like, oh, I'm super on budget and then you have to paint the house. Same thing with the trash can, which ultimately I did accidentally do. Here I am fiddling with the floor plan again, making it smaller again, moving my flowers around. Like, I'm doing my absolute freaking best here, and this is not the last time I fiddled with the floor plan either. Like, I continuously did it because it was just like for the best. It was for the best. I ended up like moving the bathroom again, making the primary bed smaller because I wanted there to be a proper like place to eat, even though your Sims eat on the sofa. It was a bit of a mess. Thank God for Debug, which if you don't know what Debug is, it's basically a category of items that you see that are around the world. They're like not completed, they're free. Your Sims doesn't like register them as real objects, so they will like walk through the objects. But in terms of design purposes, they are perfection. I was going for a purple theme at first, but then I ended up switching everything because I couldn't use the 1600 Simoleon twin size bed in the children's room, even though I really wanted to. But I'm hoping that I chose a good pack that like a lot of people would have. I don't know the exact stats on this, but I would imagine Seasons and Cats and Dogs are very popular, mostly because they've been out for a very long time, and they are some of the most significant packs in terms of like what they add in terms with like gameplay. I actually don't use Cats and Dogs very often. I either use Cats and Dogs a lot or use it like 0%. Like, I have a short lifespan legacy challenge, no pets. I play that on YouTube. Haven't uploaded a video of it in like 2 weeks because I've been traveling and pre-recording, and I was supposed to record an episode of it and then I had to update my game and it took like 2 full days, so I didn't get to do it. So I had to, sometimes I keep like videos like in the stockpile. Like, I build a lot more than I post. So I just posted something like old I had and like did a fresh voiceover for it. But yeah, so I haven't done that in a while. No pets, 0 pets, a gazillion fucking kids. I have a million kids. But I also play a short lifespan challenge on Twitch or TikTok Live. If you've been there, shout out to you. And right now we're in Gen 2. We have 3 fluffy cats because I went to go adopt one singular cat and they were so cute. So I just got a bunch. Yeah. But that's all. Cannot wait to get back to like my regular filming schedule because pre-recording is rough, but I'm starting my big girl job sometime in the next like 10 days, which is super exciting, and I'm having a super big imposter syndrome, and I'm worried they might fire me. I don't really know why I'm worried he's gonna fire me. I don't know. A lot of stress. A lot of anxiety here. I saw Inside Out 2, and the reason I'm bringing this up, for those of you who don't know, they introduced new emotions for Riley, and she has anxiety now, which, like, Pixar did not need to fucking do that to me, okay? But, basically, I cried. I thought the movie was so cute and so good. I loved it. I was having such a wonderful time. Definitely recommend seeing it. But yeah, I'm starting my new job, and I'm like, I'm gonna get fired. Like, I have had nightmares about this. I have 2 very niche, weird nightmares that I have all the time. One of them is significantly older, and I've been having it since I got my car. But I have a very, my car's like really low to the ground, like 2 inches, and I have this reoccurring nightmare about, like, ripping my front fender off. Like, rolling over a parking stoop and just, like, backing up, and then the whole thing rips away. I know that's really niche, but, like, I have had that nightmare pretty consistently, like, once or twice a week since I got the car. And then my other one is getting fired, like, a month in. They're like, you actually, like, suck at everything, and you'll never amount to anything, and so now you're fired. And this is gonna sound silly, but I think I'm less afraid of being fired for the financial aspects because I have 2 jobs, and, like, I plan on keeping my other job, at least for the time being. But, it's more of the job hunt was so traumatizing for me. I don't think I could mentally handle having to do it again. Like, I know there's a lot of research on job hopping. I will not be a job hopper because I simply cannot mentally handle doing more interviews. With that being said, we are at the end of the video, and we're going to jump in-game for a live tour right now. Alright, team, we've made it to our final product. She's a little sparse looking, but all in all, I think she's gorgeous. I'm going to give you a little 360. The nice thing about this lot here in Willow Creek is it's very expandable. This is a lot you can definitely grow into. I started my 100 baby challenge on this lot, actually. But this is a little bird's eye of it. I know a lot of people like to like copy floor plans and whatnot. Initially, I planned on this being the second bedroom, and this was a much bigger bump out as the primary, but I ran out of money, so to shrink it. That's probably what I would do if I had more money. But let's go ahead and do a little tour. I also initially had like a more proper entryway. But you come in, you have like a little desk area, very cute. I did have a half wall, which I thought would have been way nicer to just like kind of distinguish the space for what it is. But again, we were balling on a budge. On a budge. You have a beautiful living room. That's very purple. Again, would have added curtains and probably a chair, but no money. And a proper little dining area. I didn't have enough money for a third chair. And my thought was, there's a toddler. The toddler's eating on the floor. 10 times out of 10. Then we have another bathroom. Our toddler's room, which is the size of a broom closet, but it works. And I have the tendency to make my houses way too big. So I'm just happy that I didn't do that this time. Then we have this little room. This is our primary bedroom. It's got some art. Little bookshelf. It's very usable. That's clipping. Which I think is good. If I had more money, I probably would have done it, like bump this out so it was like more of a proper entryway. Then we have another little hall bath, which is beautiful. And then we also have a children's room, a teen's room. I think it's more of a child's room, which is barren and empty and sad. But the idea is that you can sleep 4 Sims in this household. And if you started with 4 Sims, the household would be, or you should have 28,000 simoleons, and the entire lot costs, I don't know what the entire lot costs. Hold on one second. Lot value is 24,000 simoleons. So you essentially would have another 4,000 simoleons to kind of play around with, so you could have nicer appliances, more decoration. Like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to give myself 4,000 more simoleons, and I just want to see what I can do. I'm going to upload this to the gallery as is first, though. Alright, team, I went through and just did I gave myself 2,000 extra simoleons because I still wanted this to be able to include the entire lot. So if you had 4 Sims, you had 28,000 simoleons starting. This house is now worth 24,000 simoleons, and the lot is 22,000, so it brings you under, it's 25,989 simoleons for this entire house. And I just went through and added a little bit more decor. Oops. Move things around a little bit. I did my half wall like I said. We have like a new chair in the living room, some curtains to really just liven the place up. That was a big thing, as I put curtains everywhere in this house. And then in here I added a dresser as well, and primarily a lot of artwork and just a few more plants. Oh, and then we got another skill building item in the shape of planter boxes outside. So this is also going to be on the gallery. I'm just going to pay 24K starter redone in case you'd rather have this one, but they're both available on my gallery, which is as always in the description box down below. My gallery ID is just Tiana 305, which as of very recently you can also plug in to the promo code option when you are checking out and buying Sims packs on the EA app, because I was recently invited to be an EA affiliate. Unfortunately, the code does not get you a discount, but I do get a small percentage off of whatever packs you buy, which is pretty exciting, and I would appreciate if you wanted to help me out. But if you don't want to use my code, probably most of your favorite creators have a code, so I recommend finding someone's code to use, because there's, you know, why not take a little bit of money from EA, you know what I mean? But with that being said, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give me a little thumbs up. I will be back on my bullshit of posting ridiculously expensive builds with a gazillion freaking packs at any day now. I upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So make sure you subscribe to hang out with me. I would love if you guys did that, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everyone.